Piss and rain. Five cents a dance. Today we got this. A brown piece of paper. And inside is pork shoulder roast. It's nearing barbecue season in Vancouver, so it's pissing fucking rain out. So we're gonna make kind of oven pulled pork. And first we're going to make a dry rub. A tablespoon each of garlic powder. In it goes. Onion powder. There we go. Smoked paprika. Oh crock. Oh crock. Cumin. Mustard powder. And pepper, let's put a couple cracks of that in there. We're gonna put a teaspoon of cayenne pepper in. That would be half a tablespoon. Such. And then a tablespoon of salt. A tablespoon of brown sugar. Stir this together. Please don't let them take my good life away. So that's basically the dry rub. We're gonna make it into more of a paste though, so it sticks onto the pork better. Put a little almond oil in there. 3 tablespoons.
2 et 3.
And then 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Get in there. Take this in here and stir around until it's paste. Much pastiness. Here is our dry rub paste. So we're gonna slather this thing with this. See how there's like a good layer of fat on top? We're gonna cook that side up. So when it's cooking, the fat is gonna moisturize the great pig. And all this flavor is also gonna drip into it. Maybe this isn't proper, but there's shit flying everywhere. Set her in there. Squirm her around. Squirm her around like this. Alright, so we're gonna let that sit and spend 25 minutes cleaning this shit up. So we've got the dry rub on the pork, and that's going to sit for a little while. And in the meantime, we're going to make a barbecue sauce. The one we're going to make is sort of like a Carolina style barbecue sauce, which is unique because the main ingredient is apple cider instead of, say, Kansas City, where I guess it's like tomato paste and molasses. And we're going to actually go to South Carolina, where there was some German settlers that introduced, you in the back?
Barbecue sauce?
Not barbecue sauce, they introduced mustard. So the German settlers introduced mustard, so they took the mustard and added it to this predominantly apple cider vinegar sauce, making a tangy mustard barbecue sauce that is, firstly, a cup of mustard, just yellow mustard. Try whatever though if you want. I don't care. Put this in a saucepan because we're gonna cook this up. And half a cup of apple cider vinegar. Glunker in there. Don't use vinegar, regular vinegar. Vinegar is not the same as apple cider vinegar. It has to be apple cider vinegar. A touch more. Okay. Two tablespoons of tomato paste. Alright, then we're going to put in a tablespoon of garlic powder. A few cracks of pepper or salt. Salt are in. Some pepper. We like cumin, so we're going to add cumin to it. Just a teaspoon of it. And a bit of cayenne pepper. Maybe like half a teaspoon. Sugar. Tablespoon of sugar. Brown sugar. And then we're just going to stir this together. Look good. Tangy. You know what to do. Get your motherfucking pliers. Turn on your motherfucking burner. It's mustard barbecue sauce. Keep it low. We just want to simmer this for about 10 minutes. Blend the flavors together, and then we're going to put it in a jar. And let it sit. We're going to pour it in this. Careful now. Easy. Not a fucking drop spilled. The best in the world at pouring mustard. Put this in the fridge.
This is just gonna sit. This is just gonna sit.
For several hours while we do everything else. Look how beautiful that is. Carolina Gold, they call it.
Carolina Gold, motherfucker.
Now we wait. The stove's got to heat up a bit more. We've got the pork sitting out here. We want that at room temperature. We don't want it going straight from the fridge into a super hot oven.
Now we wait. Now we wait, pork in hand. Now we wait, pork in hand. Pork in hand, pork in hand. Now we wait, pork in hand.
Oh,
Pork in hand.
look, we found this. Want to know what this is? Spatula. And we found, look how beautiful this is. You can ice this piece of pig like you can ice a cake. Very smooth and very beautiful. And very, very smooth and beautiful. We have a surprise. It's very beautiful, I find. This thing explode? Oh my god, that's so wonderful. It's so wonderful.
Happy birthday to you.
Don't put this in the oven. Alright, so the oven is at 500 degrees. I burned myself so bad it blistered.
Ew.
Just now on that candle. Sick. So we're gonna put this in uncovered for 15 minutes. Everybody's working for the weekend. Everybody needs a second chance. Whoa. It beats in my heart. We're peeling these. You could leave the skin on, but we're gonna peel them. Do what you like. If you're lazy, I don't know. If you're lazy, you wouldn't be working for the weekend. Like me. What is happening? So we're actually also going to make a potato salad, which is unworldly. We're only going to do it with 4 potatoes because if we made it with 10 potatoes, we'd be eating 10 potatoes in one day because it's like that. But if you have a family, children, if your aunt's staying with you, you can beef this up, make it bigger. Or should I say, you can pork this up. Okay. We're just gonna chop these up. Get some water boiling. You must chop. You must chop. Hit. 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 Okay, so this is a very important message about cooking potatoes. Concentrate. You need to salt the shit out of the water. Don't put in a teaspoon or a tablespoon. You want to like salt the water. So don't pretend to salt the water. Salt it. And then we're gonna wait for that to boil. For the pork to crisp up. You want a firm outer layer. We're chopping garlic. Okay. Do you ever feel that your life has been wasted by chopping garlic? Hey! He's onto something. So, we're cutting up some garlic and onion. Maybe 5 cloves of this. I didn't see you there. So we've turned the oven from 500 down to 300, and we're just letting it chill out for a few minutes so the heat can come down a little bit. And then we're going to add a few things, the onion, the garlic, and a can of apple cider. We're going to use this BC cider. There's good ciders around here. This has an old man on it, with apples floating in front of the air.
With apples floating in front of the air.
Nobody knows what that means, including myself. This is from Truck 59 in Kelowna, BC. Yeah, so we're just gonna dump this in here right now. Okay. Ooh, looks nice. She looks real nice. Let's sizzle a bit. Dump the whole thing in. You want the cider also to be at room temperature. You don't want to be pouring a cold cider into a hot plate. Then our quarters of onion. Plop it in there. Plop it in there. In. This one might not fit. Let's use this bowl. And the garlic. Plop that. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Plop it in. Plop it in. Plop it in. Plop it in. Wash it off. And plop it in. Try to get this to surround the meat. Get these down here. Get them down here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're riding the flavor train here, and it's pork is the star. Okay, so this may be not the best pan to do this in, but that's what we have, so we're doing it in this. Typically, I guess like a Dutch oven with like a really heavy lid would be better, but Dutch ovens cost $600. So we're gonna use tinfoil. We're gonna double up on the tinfoil. You can wash this off and use it later. Oh, this is a nasty glove right here. But you need it. You wanna see? Scrunch the edges. We're actually gonna put this pie plate on top just to kind of really weight it down. See? That's gonna keep the moisture in. Close her up. We're gonna check it in 2.5 hours, which is probably the minimum that you want to put that in. So we'll see you then. Hear that?
Yeah.
Cracked one of these little guys. Okay, so we've also got this potato salad thing going on. So these are cooked in very salty water. If you want to know if it's salty enough, just put a little bit on your spoon. Try the water. It should taste salty. Holy shit, this is heavy as fuck. Okay. In to the colander. This isn't a colander, this is a fucking strainer. Folks, it's 100 degrees in here. It is hot as a motherfucker. We're gonna add a little butter to this mixture. This butter thing. It's hard, it's difficult to maneuver such a fine fold. Why don't they make it easier? You don't want to rip it, but you do rip it. I have ripped it. So we're gonna take a little thing, maybe like that much butter. Folks, this is comfort food. Okay, so we put the potatoes in here. Put your butter in there. Masher. And mash. We're gonna mash this. It's like mashed potatoes, but it's not mashed potatoes. Stir around the butter. We put a little crack of pepper in there. Oops, oops, whoops. Not too much.
The butter is melting. The butter is melting. The butter is melting.
The butter is melting. Taste it. Alright, well, you could also just eat it like that. The potatoes are really well seasoned. Salty. Delicious. But we're gonna cool this down, and then we're gonna add a few other things, making it a potato salad. Into the fridge she goes. Wait until cool.
Wait until cool.
Now, so we pulled this out of the fridge. It is cool. Our potatoes. We're gonna cut up some pickles.
Chop it up. Chop, 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 and chop.
Put these in here. This goes here. That goes there. Celery. You want to cut this like really thin. This is tedious work, my friends. Tedious work. It'll add a nice little crunch to the potato salad. Believe me, it will. I'm not sure why we put it in this little bowl. We're just gonna put it in this big bowl. Take it out of the little bowl, folks, and pour it in the big bowl. Such. Put this here. Spin like this. Twirl like this. Look like this. Shake your tail feather. And get the mayonnaise.
Where's my spoon? Yeah.
2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. I like to use heaping tablespoons. That's more like 3 tablespoons, but what do you want? Fuck all. Stir it in there. Stir in there. Stir it in there. We're gonna do a little splash of mustard. Not too much. Alright. So that looks good. It smells really good, but the ingredient that is the most fucking incredible goddamn thing is pickle juice. Typically we just try pouring it in, but I'm gonna try to figure out exactly how much it uses. So this is a cup. So pour half of the cup in there. Stir it around. It's watery at first, I know, but once you stir it in, it will be less watery. Whoops. And you want this to be nice and smooth and tangy. And when it sits for a while, it'll firm up a little. Yeah, that's about right. So like half a cup of pickle juice. So we're gonna take this, put her in the fridge for a couple hours. Let it blend together. Then we shall see. Where are you folk? Where are you pickle? Where's that Peter Parker at? You never get me screw? You never get me see? Come to me, little sweetheart. Come to me, little darling. Go to sleep right now. Go to sleep, little darling. Go to sleep right now. Go. Excuse me. Long time. So, we are making pulled pork, oven pulled pork, and we put a little dry rub on there, which has been in the oven for 2.5 hours, untouched, covered up. And we also made a kind of South Carolina style barbecue sauce, Carolina Gold, mustard based with apple cider vinegar. And we made a potato salad as well. I'll put all these up on the YouTube site, all the recipes, so you can make it and follow along. So we're just gonna check the pork. Take off your pie plate. You just want to see if it's pulling apart. Ooh, that's good. And also these onions are being boiled in cider, and they taste incredible. So the meat is starting to become quite tender. You can see that it's starting to shred a little bit with the fork. Okay, we'll give it another half an hour. And now we wait. Have a drink if you want. We're drinking that same cider, Truck 59. Want to try? I drank it all. That meat is so good. Shit, we should just take it out now. Really? Oh wait. We're gonna take the pork out.
The moment we've been waiting for. Oh, the moment we've been waiting for.
The unveiling. Watch this. TD. So we're not gonna mess with that for about 10 minutes. We need to let it sit for a couple minutes. Oh, this could be good. These scissors are fucking terrible. Can't even cut a piece of string. Take a look at this. Just a reminder, you want to cook it with the fat up. And the fat has cooked down over the roast, making it insanely moist. It's also been steaming in apple cider for 3 hours. So maybe that's why as well. Oh my fucking god. It's hot. Oh my god. That's like whipped cream soft. It's like soft like whipped cream. Holy shit. Okay. So now we're just gonna pull this apart. Just totally shreds. It's so tender and delicious looking. There's our potato salad's been sitting. So this has been sitting in there for probably 5 hours. Keep your takeout boxes because you can take this to the park and eat it. Pretend you're on a picnic. Pretend you have a backyard and a fire pit where you can barbecue for reals. Take the mustard, a little drizzle on top there. Here we have oven pulled pork with a little South Carolina mustard barbecue sauce and the most bitchin' potato salad you've ever fucking tasted. Give it a try. Can't get a fork fast enough. This is bitchin'.